Ah, ha, 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 ha. Would you like to hear the story of the great encounter between King Ahaswereus of Persia and Shlomo Hamalka? When Shlomo came to fight Achashverosh for control of the world and of the hand of the Malkat Esther in eternal matrimony. Shlomo ascended to the room, slickly tricking his way, charming all the workers in the back of the palace until he could just slip up and approach Achashverosh's bedroom. And there he encountered and said, "Behold." And he said, "Fight me, varlet." Achashverosh reached out and said, "Let us battle." And Shlomo responded, "We're not really that kind of king or man at all, are we? We're lovers, not fighters. And our power was only ever born through our grace and not of our command of a sword, so I don't know what we would do if we were to fight for the crown of the world and the love of Her Majesty." Ahasuerus looked up and said, "Well, we can't have a war of wits, because I believe you are unduly privileged in that department. I am a simple man. I came to the kingdom by shoveling shit for the right person. And she fell in love with me. And you, I hear something similar happened with you, except you were already king." "Yes," Shlomo responded. "You're right. I was born in royalty and handed the kingdom on a silver platter. Not as a gift, but as a service. As a responsibility, I had to bring the peace that my father could not. And in the hopes of being this peace unto the world and rectifying this wisdom that has made man so capable and sometimes so mean, I consorted with the highest demons I could find to find the mystery of building perfectly. And once upon a time, one of them got a little out of control. Not just one, but the king of all of them got a little out of control, took over the kingdom, and booted me out, and I got to taste at last what it is to be a pauper with nothing, untrusted and unskilled, lost, wandering on the ways." "That is how you were born, isn't it?" Shlomo asked Ahasuerus. "Isn't that how you were born? Just a loser?" "Yes," Ahasuerus said, "but I'm a loser who knew how to work hard and knew how to find the best of everything. And if there is not a more regal skill you can think of, you just let me know." Shlomo nodded. "The only more regal skill I can think of is knowing where people are at. Let me tell you about the greatest wife I ever had. Because I had a lot of wives. But the greatest was the one who knew me, even in dirty clothing, When I was a pauper, exiled from my house by the king of the demons, I walked around the streets telling everyone, "Do you know? Please, do you recognize me? I'm the king of Israel." And no one believed me because I'm just some loser in like dirty clothes, just walking around with no entourage and no chariot to guide. And no one recognized me. But then I met this one girl. And she acknowledged me when no one else could, and brought me up back to Jerusalem, where I could be recognized by my retinue and approach the king of the demons to get my throne back, supported by my 60 army guys, who are waiting downstairs, by the way, just in case this fight goes awry. Shlomo wagged his finger at poor, nervous Ahaswerosh. Ahasverosh, 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 Ahasverosh. At this, Ahaswereus looked down, a bit downcast, thinking about the princess who first gave him a chance to be a king. She saw him working in the stables, shoveling all the poop of her most favorite beloved horses. And she thought, hey, if an asshole like my dad can be king, why not this guy? Ahaswereus, Ahasverosh, Ahasverosh, Ahasverosh. Felt a little sad about how that whole thing ended, but only for a moment, for truly and deeply, he was consoled by the experience of his beloved bride, the Malkat Esther. And with a deep, rattling breath and a vaguely narcoleptic shiver, he looked Shlomo Melech straight in the eye and asked him, "Tell me, what bride do you love more? One who was already royalty when she met you, or one who you watched become a goddess from your own labors and from your own hand? You, king of lovers, who do you love more?" And Shlomo said, the deepest secret is how much they're all so divine before I ever met them. Each of them is such a gift. Each of them was so whole already when I found them. So I can't really answer you, you silly goose. All I can do is challenge you. Challenge me, Ahaswereus asked, a little scared and a little curious. How? Shlomo said, "Let me show you what I learned from the house of my father about how to win over a princess. How about how to win over the heart of a queen?" Shlomo pulled out his little finger harp that the Queen of Sheba had brought him from Africa. And sang a song. Esther road travel. It was the most beautiful song. He could pull out of his heart. He sang. Not about the queen, but about the thing he saw whenever she was around. The little he saw, the lot that he never could. He sang it all as much as his heart would express in her service honestly. And what could Ahaswerosh do but start to sing too? Oh my queen, I don't know where you've been. All I know that now you're here again. Oh baby, don't leave me for this man. But if you must, I beg of thee, treat me better than I treated my other queen. Please don't kill me on your way out. Please don't kill me, please don't kill me when you go. Leave me at least half the kingdom so that they'll know that I was at all anything, and so that they still will bring me everything. 10% of everything, 20% of everything, 40% of everything anybody makes. Oh yeah, Shlomo sang along. Oh yeah. The sound of their singing ascended above and below Achashverosh's bedroom to the chambers of the Malkat Esther, Queen Hadass, Queen Myrtle, the doe of the morning, dreamily touched by the ridiculous and pathetic sounds that these noble losers and swingers were singing, smiled to herself and to everyone else too, and came downstairs, slamming the door open and laughing. She said, "Oh, you guys," and proceeded to make love to them both for her. Chaim, good Purim, good Purim. Yay, Olam Haba. Ahaswerosh said,
Yene